Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining us today. Got a very special treat today. It's the manual Pariah that you guys have seen pictures of. This has the wood grain San Mai from Vegas Forge. And it's a full carbon fiber body with the abalone inlay and inlay button with DLC hardware. Without further ado, you guys know we get the fancy little Heretic box here. Of course, I got this from RJ, so I get some stickers in there and your COA as always. Let's see if I can get it out one-handed. Trying some magic tricks today. There we go. Carbon fiber, serial number 32. You guys can actually see it a little bit better that way. I like the new boxes. It's got your actual nomenclature in here. Heretic knives, not heretic, like some people like to say. Anyway, don't mind my dirty table in the hotel room. Comes with your custom little, I forget what they call this, but very soft interior for the pouch. And of course it has a little plastic layer as well. The patch is in my truck right now because I have a little patch wall in the ceiling in my truck. Nonetheless, without further ado, here we are. This beautiful piece. It's never seen my pocket. It just has dust all over it, so forgive me. Serial number 32. This is a DLC coated hardware here, so you can also see on the pivot there's DLC coated and your screws and whatnot. Full carbon fiber body. So it is a double scale front and back, but it's full carbon fiber, so it's light as a feather. I love the inlays. It's probably my favorite inlay material on the planet, and they did so well with this. I'm in 8K right now, so forgive me for any tiny details that you may see, but you definitely cannot feel them with your finger. That is for sure. Favorite part about this knife, there is very little when the button is pushed as far as action on this thing. You can literally fling it upside down with no movement at all. You push the button and it's falling closed. So the other cool thing that I'm not sure if Heretic thought about, I'm fairly certain TJ's smart enough that he did think about this, but you see how this little bitty tip sticks up right here? Like if you're not very good at flipping, you can actually stick your finger in there, pull down just a hair up against the frame, and you see that the blade overcomes the tension. I'm not pushing the button. I'm basically just using my finger wedged in there, and allows you to open that a little bit easier past the retention. So I know TJ likes to incorporate some things. I feel like this is one of them. It's just the ergonomics of that Pariah handle fit perfectly with this little cut out here in the fuller of the blade, and it works really well for flicking and flinging it open. You know, you don't really even have to try very hard to do that, and you can push here, boop, and it's past the retention, and you can hear it when it clicks back in. That's all the retention right there, and then you've got it on your finger. So if you're not the greatest in the world at flipping open, you can literally wedge your finger in there, and there she goes. By far one of my favorite wood grain San Mai's that I've ever seen. If I can get close enough in here, you can actually see the detail. It looks and feels exactly like wood grain. I'm always been a fan of San Mai as well, and I love how I can see it on that swedge on the back. Like his profile on that grind is phenomenal. I love the way it came out. You can also see that edge material sandwiched in between there, famous San Mai style. But I love that every little detail is in this knife. You can see it, you can feel it. I'm sure if you wanted to put your mouth on it, you could probably taste the oil in it too. Nonetheless, this is a phenomenal piece. If you guys do have the opportunity to fondle one of these at a gun show or a blade show, take every opportunity, because the action on it is smooth as glass. Literally, like you don't even have to try, and this thing just folds on its own. It flips. You can flippy flop it if you want to flippy flop it. I try not to do that, but quite literally, there's no resistance at all when you push the button, and if you don't push the button, there's still very, very little resistance to closing it. And you saw how you can basically use the ramp right there and get past the retention and flick that thing open, no button push at all. So I'm a huge fan of this thing, the ergonomics, the feel. This is actually a knife that if you had to use it, you could put it in your hand and actually use this knife without fear of losing grip. It hits very well in all the places that you have to put your hand. It feels nice. Whereas some of the folders that people make nowadays, you don't have that comfort in your grip. You don't have that usability if you really did want to use it one day. So I love that TJ keeps those things in mind when he makes even his custom pieces. But nonetheless, you guys need to see some more action pictures of it. Let me know. We can always do some individualistic pictures of it. But I love the way this thing flings open and close. It's free as a bird. Nonetheless, thank you all so much for watching. This has been the Heretic Pariah manual, the custom. They are not coming out with any more of these, I don't believe. I could be wrong, and they may make a production variant on it, but I don't think that this particular model with the wood grain Vegas forged San Mai and the abalone in here, full carbon fiber, I don't think this is going to be produced again. That's just me speculating, but I really don't think that they're going to produce it again, just because it's such a beautiful piece. If they did, that they would be doing the original ones some injustice. But nonetheless, let me give you guys a couple more close-ups of some of the carbon fiber work and some of the DLC here. You got to forgive the camera. Sometimes he doesn't know where I want to focus, but we're going to try this whole Samsung 8K, see how it turns out on the YouTubes. You guys leave a comment down below if you see any major differences between this video and some of the old ones. The other thing I wanted to mention to you guys is don't forget we're doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So bring your friends, bring your family, even if they're not huge knife fans, they still have an opportunity when we hit 1,000 subscribers to win whatever it is that we end up giving away. I don't think I'm going to be giving away my Cleric 2 because my Ultim Cleric 2 has been in my pocket for a few days now. You can see some wear on the button. You see a little bit of wear on the clip just because I've been using the crud out of it. Nonetheless, I don't think we're going to go this expensive for 1,000 subscribers, but we might be in the ballpark. We may be thinking something else for 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I don't know. We may go a little bit further with 1,000 subscriber. We'll have to see. Have to see how quickly that comes about and what else is in the collection. But do not forget, we are doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Thank you again for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you have a wonderful week.